Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Misa TV. My name is Pagamile Hlubi Majola, your favorite hostess. And of course, today we have another interview for you on this platform. You know, we always try to change it up every once in a while. And because of distance, we are having to rely on technology for this interview. For today's Misa interview, I am very, very honored and proud to welcome Mr. Siobhan Abrahams to Misa TV. Siobhan, welcome. Welcome to Misa TV.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. Now, a lot of
Thank
our viewers don't know why I've invited you. And the purpose of this interview really is to talk about something that happened in May, which I thought really touched my heart. I read an article about you, Siobhan. Siobhan, you are a garage worker working at Shell Garage in an area near Kells River. Sorry, what's the name of the place? I forgot.
Sevenbach,
In Sewerbach.
Sevenbach.
Sewerbach, ja. So, Siobhan, ek weet jy praat Afrikaans. As jy wil Afrikaans praat, you're free to speak Afrikaans. So, why we're doing this discussion is because, Siobhan, you are a local hero. On the 22nd of May, you were working your shift, you're a garage worker at Shell, correct?
Yes,
How long have you been
it's
working?
Shell Sevenbach. I almost working 1 year. So
1 year.
August month I'm working 1 year.
Oh, so by August you'll be a year.
August month.
So on that day, was day or night when this incident happened?
It was a night shift.
Night shift. So you
Yes.
actually helped a woman give birth. Siobhan, can you tell us more about your story, please? What happened when you were on shift on the 22nd of May?
Okay. Okay. First of all, I wanna thank everyone for this opportunity to share my story on an interview with you. Wat eintlik gebeur het, daar was twee vrouens gekom na die garage waar ek werk, Shell Sevenbach garage waar ek werk en daardie aand was ek op 'n TikTok live. So it was a TikTok live. I was busy on a TikTok live on social media. En die twee vroumense het gekom en hulle het gestaan en niemand het eintlik die kondisie waargeneem waar die vrou wat swanger is in sien. So apparently my supervisor went to her and asked her, why is she coming so late? Because it's almost in the early morning hours. Sorry, early morning hours. So and then he went to her. He asked her details and tried to call the ambulance to come and fetch her, but the ambulance take a bit long to come. So after all, it wasn't long enough, but all of a sudden she went into our kiosk and just started to give birth.
So
And the
before when you
situation
say she
got so
started to
serious.
give birth, sorry, Siobhan, when you say she started to give birth, did so she was in labor. She was obviously having contractions, I assume, right? And in a lot of pain.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. So my supervisor went into the shop and tried to call the ambulance, but I was still busy on that live. So
So
I
you
didn't
weren't
take
aware of what was going
accident.
on.
Yes, exactly. So and while things getting serious now, everyone run. And I look at why is everyone running now? And for me, okay. But at the moment I saw her standing there, but I didn't notice things was gonna turn out like that.
Could you
So
see she
and I
was
was
pregnant
like,
when you
guys,
looked? Could you
yes, I
okay.
saw her. She was pregnant, but the condition where while she was standing there, it wasn't so serious. And I was busy on the live, and everyone ran.
Yeah.
Everyone ran. And I was looking like why, and
Mm.
then one of my colleagues told me, "Hey, this lady is giving birth in the kiosk, on
Oh
the
my
floor, on
word.
the tiles, on the box." And
And your
I
reaction
was like,
when you heard that she was giving birth in the kiosk, what happened? What did you do?
it was like I stay calm.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, guys, give the gloves to me. Let me go in there. Let me go there. Give the gloves. And what makes me so angry is the fact that my colleagues they stop me. They say no, you are not allowed to go there. What will you going to do there? And I
Mm.
was like, guys, please, this lady, it's one of two things. She can die there. It's either she or a baby.
Mm.
And it was only God that night. But
Mm.
as I said, it was only two ladies. There were
Mm.
no men. And that night,
Mm.
that husband, a boyfriend came
Mm.
and he ran into the labor. He ran and then he started to bow down and keep the baby in his hand. So and I was like, guys, give me the glass. So no one want to go. And eventually they say, okay, fine, you were brave enough, go.
Mm.
And I took the gloves and I went in and I saw, yo, that's our boyfriend don't know what to do. So I was like, my guy, please relax. I will help you guys. And the other thing is, I
Before you
don't.
go further, when you
Mm,
are in the booth, you're wearing the gloves, you can see, explain to us, you can even explain in Afrikaans, what are you seeing? Is the baby out or is the baby, you can see that the baby is coming out? Wat sien jy at that time?
the baba was actually besig om klaar uit te kom.
Mm.
Huh? En hy het die kop gehou in sy hand.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm. So it
while
wasn't
daai tyd
completely
toe,
out, it was like coming out.
it's still coming. So you see, that time when my colleagues tried to stop me,
Mm.
that was the time she actually needs someone
Help her
to
push. Mm.
and that moment when the moment I came in and I saw he sat and she want to, it's like several like 8 bars, you
Mm.
know,
Oh,
towards me.
yeah. Yeah.
So obviously I think for myself, okay, everything is done now. So I went to her, I asked her, hello, are you alright? And eventually she wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually she wake up and then she said, no, I'm fine. It's just my back pain. And
Mm.
I was like, wait, I need to get the baby on your chest now.
Mm.
So the baby is still underneath in a
Mm. Mm.
boyfriend's hand. So in after all, my supervisor called me to come out. And I tell him no, wait, I need to assist her. And
Mm.
eventually the paramedics call on the phone.
Mm.
And then they ask me, and you know what now, what's funny? The
Yeah.
funny part is they gave me instructions. What it's like it feels so lekker.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, dit is my week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They gave me instructions what to do.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, what is your name? I told them my name is Shavan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shavan. Are you the one who out there? I was like,
Mm.
okay, yes, it's me. And then they were like, can you please make sure the baby is okay? And
Mm-hmm.
can you please make sure the mother is okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me a lot of questions. Is the baby okay? Did the
Mm.
baby cry? So a
Mm.
baby needs to cry after it came out.
Oh, I see.
So
So now the baby's out, but the baby's not crying.
the time I went in, the
Mm.
baby did cry.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
baby did cry.
Mm.
And you know what? It's a very beautiful baby. I never saw a baby like without some what you call it
Yeah.
slijm op die gesig en alle daai
Oh.
baba was skoon, skoon,
Mm.
skoon.
Mm. Mm.
And that time I was like, okay, let me get a baby on a chest.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, okay. They give me the advice on the phone. They say, okay, you need to get the baby on a chest now, because he
Mm,
can't lay longer on the back. I was
mm.
like, okay. And I was so brave enough. Yo, I don't know. I was like, okay, look here, you need to listen to me now. Wow. I put the baby on her chest.
And
She's
then,
like, thank you very
uh-huh.
much. And
Yeah.
I was like, for me, that moment, it was like, yo. And you know
Yeah.
what, now?
Yeah.
For me, actually for me, I wanted to give up on my dream to become a paramedic because I didn't tell anyone about it. I was I was from school, yeah.
Mm,
I dreamed to become a paramedic.
mm,
And where I actually came from is a place named Langkloof, Maskant. I grew up in Maskant, Langkloof. It's a
mm-hmm,
farm.
mm,
So there's only opportunities for people, for matriculants like matriculante,
mm-hmm,
supervisors, teachers,
mm. So there's not a lot of
and
opportunities, basically. And
yes, exactly.
you thought you are never going to become a paramedic. And then this opportunity
Yeah,
comes, this woman is in labor, and now you must be the paramedic in a way.
yes,
Unskilled,
yes.
untrained paramedic.
Unskilled, untrained. So I was like, I'm I need to I need to dream bigger. I want to show
Yeah,
some young ones out there. So
yeah.
if you still dream, there is a way that you can chase your dream.
Wow.
Understand? So
So
for me was
how did it
mhm.
feel? The baby comes out and you know you had something to do with this baby being delivered safely. It's now on the mom's chest. How did you feel in that moment? Hoe het jy gevoel?
Yo, it was like yo, as net. I can't explain the feeling, man. For me was it in my head is only like dat sê dit vir my die is jou passie sy moene doen.
Yeah.
So there's no need to return back. You need to do it.
Mm.
That's the only thing stick to my mind and say
Mm.
you need to do it.
Mm.
If does and you know what now? There was I almost stayed 2 years and 3 years in Cape Town now. So apparently I got the what you call it, a flat where it's like
Mhm.
I moved in that day. It's my first time move in, and then the next morning I wake up, I went to the gates, and here's that one homeless guy. He gave me a paramedic uniform, just a jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And that moment now, I feel like to give up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on my music career now.
Yeah.
So I just gonna give up on that. So I'm gonna try focus on my music. So I'm gonna take my music serious. And that
Mm.
moment, that guy came to me, just gave it to me like take it, and I wanted to make something for him to eat.
Mm.
And eventually, he just walked and never come back, and I never saw him again. And I
Wow.
take that jersey. I was like,
Wow.
never give up.
When did he give
That's
you
the
that
only
jersey?
thing.
Was it after that incident or before?
No, it's before this. It's
Wow.
before the,
So before the
and
incident,
as I
a
said,
homeless man gave you a
yeah,
like a paramedic. That's amazing.
shirt.
That's
And for me, was
amazing.
it like, and for me, was it like it stuck to my mind. So
Yeah.
when I wake up, I can look at it. One day is one day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna,
And
I'm gonna
look what
become.
happened, right? There was this moment where you had the opportunity to behave, to act like a paramedic, which is your dream,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and it was presented to you in that moment.
And actually, for me, is it like I don't like to how can I say, I don't like to discuss all my plans with anyone
Yeah,
besides
the
besides
first
my
one.
mom, my father, not even my friend, because my I was stepped in my back
Mm.
because of a friend. So that's where I learned my lesson. Keep your plans for yourself so that
Mm.
no one. Some people are just
Because some
jealous in a
people are
certain way.
negative and they don't maybe
Yes,
support what you
exactly.
want to do. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what, the last year of my school journey, it was like I need to figure something out. And
Mm.
that moment, I was like, okay, you need to set for yourself. You need to set goals for yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, was it like, okay, you are so far in the music. Okay, let's keep the music that side. So
Mm.
now you need to figure something out.
Mm. Mm.
And for me, was like, okay, when I finish school, I just wanna become something that can entertain people besides my music. It's like an actor or something.
Yeah.
And my one friend that I told you now, he stepped me in my back. He also wanted to become something, like his dream was to become a pilot.
Mm.
And I'm not lying to you. Today that man is an actor. Today is an actor. So that's why I say be careful with who you share your
Who you
plans.
share your dreams with. But now let's go back to this
Exactly.
incident, my brother, because this is how you became recognized. On social media, people heard your story, and the fact that part of your life goal was to be a paramedic, and then this situation happens. This woman comes into the place where you work and she's in labor, she needs help, no one knows what to do, and there's Siobhan
Oh,
to the rescue, you know. And by the way, I just want to congratulate you. That
mm,
is amazing. That is amazing what you did. The Premier of Western Cape has recognized you. There's a big campaign currently where people are saying they want to help you fundraise to become a paramedic. How does that make you feel?
yo, for me, is it like yo, I'm grateful for people for the whole South Africa, because if it wasn't for them, I couldn't reach a goal like this.
Mm,
En ik weet, daar is nog baie wat nog kom. Die is nog die
mm,
begin. It's,
mm.
it's just the beginning.
Yeah, because
And
you're only 21 anyway. There's a lot. You're right.
there's a lot to come. So
Mm,
yeah, for me, it's like I'm still waiting on the premiere, no?
mm,
Wat hij gaan doen. En
mm-hmm.
ik kan haastig, eh. Ik
Yeah,
kan
no,
haastig, eh.
understand. Yeah,
So I'm still waiting on what is come back to me.
yeah.
And the Becca body situation, um, it's I never it mean such a beautiful thing, because the
Mm,
whole South Africa believe in me to
mm,
become a paramedic. And
mm. And so
yeah,
now that you've raised this money, how much money have you raised so far? Or has been raised so far?
it's almost 80,000.
Wow. So, what are your
Almost
plans now? Are you going to pursue a career as a paramedic? Do you think you need more support, more help in that situation?
for me is it like I will say ik nodig meer help, né?
Mm-hmm.
Om om te verseker dat dinge gaan balance, dinge gaan
Mm,
reg in plek val,
mm,
because there's no need to rush things off, you
mm,
know.
mm,
It won't help me to, okay, I have the money now,
mm,
I just need to go to university
mm,
and leave my job. You
mm,
understand what I'm trying to say? It must be
mm. You
balanced.
need to plan
So for
it.
me, it's like, yes, I need to
Mm,
plan it.
mm,
I need to plan it.
I
So as I
understand.
say, I'm not gonna rush things off. Things will come
Yeah,
slowly in place.
yeah. But I wanted to say on behalf of Misa, congratulations and well done. You are a local hero. And I think what you did was you showed it's this courage that everyone has. Everyone has the capacity to do something that is bigger than who they are. And that's what you did. You didn't panic. Everyone else was panicking. You were calm. You were like, no, I want to help this lady. And you stepped in and you helped her. Now tell us about this little baby that was born. I was told that the baby is named after you.
Baby's name is Jordan Siobhan Bantam.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, Siobhan, thank you so much for being with us on Misa TV. I think your story is so inspirational. I think so many people are going to be moved by what you did. And I personally want to encourage you to keep doing the great things that you're doing. You clearly have a gift, my brother, for helping people. Don't give up on your dream. If you need help, just shout. We're all here. South Africa has already showed you that we are willing to support you. And I think even us at MISA, we really would definitely, we're rooting for you. All the best with your plans. We hope to see you on the streets in a uniform, doing your thing as a paramedic.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot for the encouragement. Thank you.
And take care. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.